Welcome to Friday Framework. Today I'm going to share a framework with you that I've been sharing with my Success Club this last week because our clients have been really, really busy, and I sometimes think that when you really get busy, sometimes customer care slips a little bit. Not on purpose at all, but it does sometimes just slip. So I thought that this Wellbeing Curve today would be a good one to talk about. So this is our Wellbeing Curve, and you'll notice on the left-hand side, on the vertical axis, you've got your well-being, and then you've got time along the horizontal axis. So your patient will have been at a certain well-being when they came, when they kind of phoned you up. They'll be at a certain well-being, something happened, they weren't able to sort themselves out, so they phoned and made an appointment. Now they might decline a little bit before they get to you, or they might even get worse before they start getting better as you're going through the treatment. But at some point they'll start responding to the treatment, and they'll get to a certain point where they feel better than they did before they came to you. And it might be as well that they are, that the pain is dramatically reduced. And at that point, they might make a decision about discharging themselves. So they might actually decide, oh, I don't actually need another treatment. And so at that point, they might fall off. Now, at that point, they might continue getting better, but there's also a danger that they might relapse. And if they do relapse, if you've had really good communication through the whole process, and you've explained to the patient, that they might be a little bit feeling a bit better, but there might still be a few treatments to do if that's appropriate, then they might come back to you and they say, oh, you told me so, here I am, I'm back. But if the communication wasn't that good and they get to that point where they drop off, they might go and say, oh, well, I've tried physio, I've tried osteo, I've tried chiro, it didn't work, and they'll go and try another therapist. So what I've noticed is that often when my clients get really, really busy, following up with cancellations, DNAs, patients that just kind of don't rebook, doesn't happen as often because you just don't have the time. But it's really, really important to make sure that you've got a system in place and some support in place so that you catch those patients that haven't rebooked, so that you can just check in and check that they're okay. If you're following up because you really want to get more kind of profit on the bottom line, then that's how it's going to come across. But if you're following up because you really care about your patients, then that's how it's going to come across. The other thing that I'd say about when you're really, really busy is you've got to be careful not to be able to not service your existing patients. So, the more and more new patients you put into your diary, the less opportunity there is for those patients to have the continued care that you really need to be giving them. So I'd also suggest that if you have patients coming in, that they book in advance. If you know that they're going to need 3 or 4 treatments, get them to book those 3 or 4 treatments so that they're getting those treatments at the right frequency. So I hope that my few tips on the Wellbeing Curve have helped. We go into a lot more detail in our Success Clubs, a lot more discussion about it. So if you are interested in the Success Club, do just click on the link below and we will get in touch with you and talk through the options. Have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you soon.